131-114. The Minnesota Timberwolves knock off the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. John Roser, Bennett Doyle, Jessica Benson will be here shortly. Welcome into the Double Post, everybody. Ways you can watch, ways you can listen. Grind City Media on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/Grind City Media. You will see the link at the top of the page to watch us live because we're the only live program right now on the GCM YouTube page. You will click that and you can chat with everybody in the live chat. If you want to call the show, 901-445-0929. 901-445-0929. We are on your radio at 92.9 FM ESPN. Again, the Timberwolves beat the Grizzlies 131-114. No Jaren Jackson Jr. We did get the regular season debut of Ty Jerome tonight. We had Grizz's birthday. We had Simon Says at halftime. We had the squishies that they gave away before the game, but the Grizzlies were not able to get a win. Again, 901-445-0929 if you want to get a call in. But I think first things first, Bennett Doyle, I think the biggest storyline of tonight is we got to see Ty Jerome.
And he looked good. He looked good in his season debut. I think that's a positive going forward for the rest of the season to be able to have a ball handler out there, a primary ball handler. Just because, I thought, Cam and Vince have done a serviceable job throughout this season, but neither are true point guards. And so to have that out there, I think it's going to help them going forward. But he looked good, man. I mean, he looked fresh. The shot was pure. So I'm excited about hopefully we get to see him string together, a bunch of games here and get a good look at him.
Yeah, he only played 20 minutes, but I do think, we remember from the preseason, the preseason reaction was, this is before the injury, because he got hurt in the very last game of the preseason, the road game at Miami. Yep. The preseason reaction was, I remember the very first preseason game we had, the game here at the Forum against, I think it was the Pistons. The reaction was, okay, Ty Jerome looks the part. He absolutely looks the part. And he looked great through the preseason, and then he had that injury. And he came out again tonight, 19 and a half minutes, so he's going to be limited to about 20 minutes here to starting score. He scored with a 7, right off the rip. He had the 7 points, straight off the rip, and you were like, okay, the guy's able to knock down threes. The guy's able to get to the bucket and score. Ty Jerome is able to get to the free throw line and score. He's able to pass as he ends up with 6 assists. This is everything the Grizzlies have dreamed of and what they were hoping for coming into this season they were going to get from him. And unfortunately, it's Ty Jerome out there, and Jaren's not there, and John Morant's not there, and Zach Edey's not there, and we haven't been able to get those guys together. But, Jessica, welcome to the show.
I'm here.
Yeah, okay. That's usually what I say. I usually say I'm here.
I'm here.
Your thoughts, just saying the story of the night was Ty Jerome's performance.
Yeah.
I mean, from a Grizzlies perspective, seeing him out there playing in a live basketball game.
And he looked how you wanted Ty Jerome to look.
He looked
the only issue was you were hopeful that was the Ty Jerome coming off the bench for a team that was starting Jaren Jackson Jr., John Morant, Zach Edey, Jalen Wells at the time, Cedric Coward if he got to that point at the time when we started the season, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, but everything filtered in this way where it was if you got Ty Jerome back, that's what this team has been missing for a minute, a true backup point guard who can lead that bench unit. And you obviously saw him as a starter tonight. I thought it was so encouraging that first possession where he just goes at Rudy Gobert and finishes around him. And you're like, oh, that's what you have in Ty Jerome, is someone who can go out and get his own shot. Not only create for others, but can operate as a true playmaker and creator for himself as well.
As you said, a perfect backup point guard to John Morant, and then also somebody that can play alongside him, that can be a secondary ball handler on the court and a secondary playmaker out there. 901-445-0929. Lane Whitaker is the host of the warm-up show 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game at Grind City Media on YouTube, Grind City Media on X, and Lang is on the line. Hello, Lang.
What up? You guys just said the story of the night was Ty Jerome, and that's the story of the night if we're trying to find a positive. I mean, the story of the night was we got our butt kicked by a much better Timberwolves team and a much better roster that the Timberwolves have. We started 1 for 15 on Breeze. We couldn't make a shot early. Ty Jerome did look good out there. I liked that the Timberwolves, on the very first play of the game, Timberwolves won the tip and then targeted Ty Jerome on that first play of the game. and he managed to poke the ball loose and force a turnover. I like that a lot, that he was able right off the start to compete defensively. But John, you mentioned it just then. Like we don't like Jaren's our best scorer. He's not out there. Ja's our best scorer. He's not out there. You know, Santi can score. He's not out. Like when those guys aren't out there, we just don't have scoring. And Ty Jerome scoring 20 felt like a miracle for this team. If you look at the box score, like a lot of the numbers, like the things that have bothered this Grizzlies team, turnovers. We were even with the Timberwolves on turnovers. Rebounding, I think we had 2 less rebounds than the Timberwolves. Like all those things were pretty good. We just couldn't shoot, and they can shoot. And, over the long haul, like, that's going to do you in. We got to find somebody who can guard Naz Reid in this next game. So, all right, I'll see you guys on Monday.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Link. Yeah, that is one of the things I wrote down when I looked up and I saw a lineup out there, and I was like, okay, how are we going to score? Which you have seen be an issue for the Grizzlies when it's not Ty Jerome in there and it's been Jaren Jackson Jr. who's had to be in there. We've seen Jaren Jackson Jr. have these monster first halves, and then teams kind of realize, oh, okay, all we got to do is just fixate on him because there's not really anything else out there. They're going to struggle to score if he's not the one leading the charge scoring, and you saw it, and you just saw it again tonight. And again, I mean, I don't know. I think you also had tired legs tonight too. I think they definitely looked a little tired. I mean,
I thought it was interesting. Isolo brought up in his pregame remarks, it was specifically asked a question about Jaren.
Yeah.
But then it kind of became a more holistic thing. And he mentioned coming back from that Europe trip and still having some impact. And again, not an excuses situation. Listen, this game comes down to one thing. The Timberwolves are almost an entirely healthy team, and the Grizzlies were down 3 of the 5 starters who were supposed to be out there for this team, as this roster is currently constructed. So it's that simple. But I do think this time of year, legs get tired.
Yeah.
This time of year, emotions get tired. You're leading up to the All-Star break. Every night you're watching a team that it feels almost like a comedy bit at this point. You get one player back and, to go on the injury report. So you get Ty, Jaren's off, Konchar's off, and you're working with an undermanned team. It really is that simple.
Yeah, and another one, as you said, you're working towards the All-Star break. Look, I mean, and it takes you time to recover from a Europe trip. It takes me 2 weeks to recover from going to the Pacific time zone. So it's totally understandable why you'd still be tired after a trip to London and Berlin. But do you think the trade deadline, that being around the corner, also has something to do with maybe just on edge, a little tense?
For sure. And I mean, we've seen the reports out there.
Right.
Yes, I think that's obviously in the back of a lot of guys' minds leading up to next week. Yes.
There's a lot of it.
Am I going to be here?
We saw this over the years. I mean, Chris Verda has talked about it like with Tony Allen when TA was on the grind team. Like TA would be nervous during trade deadline week. It's just a natural thing for all these players. 901-445-0929. Hunter, you are up.
There were more guys ran out of the tunnel tonight.
It was 2. It was Cam and Jock. Those are the only 2 to start.
Crap. I went to go get something to drink, and there's like 10 guys out there.
I had somebody next to me. Yeah, never mind. I won't say that, but yeah.
All right.
There was 2. It was 2. It was Cam and Jock.
Dead gummit. My wife turned to me when we went on a fast break. Somebody dunked it. I think it might have been KCP. And we were down 18, and she looked at me and she said, see, we want to be happy. And I do, like, there for a minute, there was a little pop in there, and it just made me proud of Memphis. And, like, yeah, we were down 18, but, like, we really want it. We do want it. Like, I'm still cheering. Like, I want it to be good. But, like, I don't even know why we would get into the details of a game like that. Like, man, when you got Javon Small and Cam on the floor at the same time, it's just like, man, everybody was taller than even whoever was playing 5 for us tonight. They're so much better at shooting. But, like, the one bright spot was that Todd did play tonight, and I told Kelsey, I was like, this was supposed to be our backup point guard. And I said it like 2 or 3 weeks ago to you guys. I really wish they would give us an opportunity to see this team healthy, the roster that Kleiman put together this year. Can we please see it? And I don't think I'm going to get to. I think we got 4 days left, and this is about to get all shook up. But, man, like, I really think they put together a good roster. Anyways, that's it.
Yeah, appreciate the
Thanks,
call, Hunter. No, I had another buddy who texted me that same thing tonight after seeing Ty. Was like, dude, they have a good roster.
I sent
if
my
they can
husband a
ever
text
see it
almost
healthy, they have a good
immediately.
roster. They do.
Yes. I said, this is depressing me.
Yeah.
Because it just reiterates a feeling that many of us have.
Yeah.
That this is a good roster. And
It
if this
is.
roster was healthy, it would be a competitive roster.
It'd be it'd be a very competitive roster. Hunter brought up one thing, and he said the fans. He goes, "We want it. The fans want it." You know how you know the fans want it is because there came a moment where they could get free Chick-fil-A tonight, and the Grizzlies fans got free Chick-fil-A after Rudy Gobert airballs the first free throw. And this was the amazing thing about this is that you would have thought the Grizzlies were like neck and neck in this game. Anthony Edwards egging on the fans, telling everybody to get up.
He was so funny tonight.
He is. Okay, we'll get to him in a second. Rudy Gobert misses the second. And then he goes in. He's going to try to hammer this. Gets it blocked.
Gigi.
And then Cam the other way to KCP. And the building erupted on this. And then you look up and we're down 18. And it's like, that's the loudest ovation for down 18 I think I've ever heard in the building.
Yeah.
Speaking, the fans want it, man.
Yeah, he mentioned it too, and it's just true. Like, and EP said this in the postgame. Like, the Grizzlies were competitive tonight. It's just like, first off, that Timberwolves team is awesome, and the size. Like, it's
They do.
and you know, it was a difference of 2 in the rebounding. So it wasn't the rebounding. It's just
The feel.
they shoot over you, man.
They do.
Like, they just shoot over everyone guarding them.
Julius Randle and Jaden McDaniels.
Yes.
I mean, we know Ant. Ant's like one of the best players. He's like one
That's
of the
right.
6, 7 best players in the NBA. But like Jaden McDaniels and Julius Randle and Randle can bully you too. Like he can just drive on you and shoulder you. And how many freaking shots does Jaden McDaniels how many shots did he take tonight? 14. Okay.
Yep.
Jaden McDaniels just catches the ball and Grizzlies players will be running at him and it's like he just doesn't see them. He's just shooting. He's so tall.
You know who else does that? Nas Reed.
Nas Reed,
For sure,
yes.
yeah.
I
Another one.
have a list of things I want, and one is a super sub like Nas Reed who just pulls up for 3, like without a second thought. And then in the meantime, how many rebounds did he end up with?
And he
9 and 5 assists. He just does everything.
And he gets his
and 20 points.
It's crazy how he like kind of. If you see how Nas Reed like kind of is, it almost like he doesn't like square himself to the basket. He kind of like
It's so weird.
He kind of like turns a little sideways, like his feet turn angled away from the basket. And I'll be damned, the crap goes in, and like every time it just goes in, especially when it gets. No, you hit on a point. It's been a thing. We saw it last night against New Orleans too, but we've seen it at other times. You get these teams that are really long and have athletes that are disruptive, and the Grizzlies have a lot of issues dealing with it.
For sure.
They're down 4 bigs.
Yeah,
4
What
bigs.
do you expect?
What do you expect?
I think that Timberwolves team too, like they're 5th in the West right now, but just I think that roster is set up for playoff success. Like the way they defend, their size, their length. Obviously, they have a superstar player. I think they're going to make some noise in the West in the playoffs for sure.
Yeah, the only thing I would say they need, I think they need one more guy off their bench. And that's where I don't know how they do that, but like they've really got
handler.
like their top 6 is really, really good. Like it is. Their top 6, their starting 5 is amazing.
They
And
do
Nas
feel like
Reed
a
is your
deadline
6.
team.
Like,
Yeah.
they've got 6 that are really, really good. We talked about the length and athleticism of Minnesota real quick, and that is why, to my next point with the Grizzlies, why something that did stand out, and I wrote down. And we could put Gigi in this too, because Gigi was an athlete and Gigi made athletic plays tonight. It seems like Gigi has one drive the lane dunk at least every game now. The other one is we need more Omax. We got to get more Omax. Omax makes athletic plays on the court, whether it's when he first came in, didn't he have the block from behind? I can't remember who was like driving in for the layup. I can't remember who it was, but he blocked it.
Yeah, through Gobert.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he dunked through a block attempt from Gobert. That's
Right,
the one
did
you're talking
that.
about.
And he also Well, no, he blocked. Omax came from behind. I think he blocked somebody too.
Oh.
But no, he had the dunk through Gobert, and then he also had another dunk too. I think, and he just plays with some juice. Like, gives you some energy, gives you some fire.
Lineup of, it was him,
more Omax, Gigi, and Cedric
Cam,
on the court together.
Jalen and Cedric
Yeah.
in the second quarter when I thought they might do what this team did against the Hornets, which actually they kind of did. Like, Hornets went up 16 early, and then the Grizzlies fought back into it to make it single digits going into the half. But that lineup had energy and played with bounce and was smart, played very within themselves, both on the defensive end and offensively, did the simple things. I did write down a Gigi Jackson highlight dunk a day keeps the scaries away. Just a little bit.
We do have
Take to these for a little while.
We do have a breaking trade.
Oh, we do?
In the NBA.
No way.
Yes, are you ready?
Is this actually one that matters?
The Cleveland Cavaliers are trading DeAndre Hunter to the Sacramento Kings for Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis.
Oh.
According to
Interesting.
Shams.
3-team deal with the Bulls.
Yeah, the
Getting
Bulls get
Dario
Dario
Saric.
Saric and 2 second-round picks. All right. So what
That's not a nothing trade.
are
It's not.
the
Get my antennas up a little bit.
Kings?
I'm interested.
Get your antennas up because that makes Cleveland deeper. Hunter wanted out of there. That makes Cleveland deeper. It does. You know, Cleveland has the highest payroll in the league this year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cleveland has the highest payroll in the league this year, so that makes them deeper. I imagine that lowers their salary too.
So no DeRozan or Monk involved.
No DeRozan or Monk involved. So they still have DeRozan, they still have Monk, and they still have Levine's contracts. That's interesting for sure. Let me look at this because I don't know what Schroeder's salary is. Keon Ellis isn't much because he's on a rookie contract, but the Kings, here we go. Schroeder's making 14 and Keon Ellis makes 2.3. DeAndre Hunter makes, how much does Hunter make? Hunter makes 23. So yeah, Cleveland sheds some salary and gets two guys who can help them, 2 role players that can help them, and then we'll see what this sets up for Sacramento.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows what this sets up for Sacramento?
I was reading the Stein line last night, and one team official said they still think the Avalanche is coming. I mean, before this, we've only had Trae Young.
Look,
That's
I
right.
think we will get to.
All has been quiet.
We will get to more stuff from the deadline. We'll do that on Monday because it will be our last. It'll be our last DP before the deadline. Let's see. Sham says the Cavs turn Hunter's slot into backcourt depth and create $50 million in salary and tax savings. Yeah, it did. It saves them because they're in the second apron. Like, it saves them. It sheds them a ton of salary. And the Kings get someone under contract, 3-and-D under contract through 2027, who's 28 years old. And they're going to convert Dylan Cardwell, a two-way, into a standard NBA contract. Something else that stood out in this game, because you mentioned Anthony Edwards, the star power.
Yes.
Did you see after the game? Did you see their tunnel after the game? All of the people that were over there. That was like some Steph Curry stuff. Like, that's what the tunnel looks like after the game. All the people rushing over there. That's what that looks like when, like, Curry is here. And Anthony Edwards took off his jersey, signed it, gave it to somebody. Yeah. Don't know who he gave it to, but he took off his jersey. But that's a real star.
It's also when you watch him.
Yes.
Like, it just jumps off the court. Also, when you see him in person, he is a unit.
He is.
Yeah, he's huge.
He is huge.
A unit.
He also smiles a lot when he plays. He does seem like he has fun.
He brings joy to the game.
There are times he's got a dog and he's
Here's the word I'll use for him. He's mischievous.
Yeah.
Like, his smile comes from you can't guard me. Like, watching him.
Yeah.
There was a series early on where Gigi spent a lot of time on Ant, and he just hit a shot right over him. And Ant looked at Jaw and was like, he can't guard me.
He can't
and
guard
so, like,
me.
he enjoys the back and forths of that. But no, he's so good. Truly.
There was one where he was sizing up Gigi and doing the dribble thing, and then he looked at he had a teammate in the corner, and Ant looked at him and just like did the nod of his head, like, yo, go through, let me handle this.
Yeah.
And then just do. jumper and buried it. Simon says at halftime was great tonight. Simon,
we're really reaching.
Look, we lose by 17. Great. We got to pick things out here, and we've got to do. We've at least got to do sometime here on the show.
I appreciated all the mascots there for Grizz's birthday, including the Kroger groceries.
The Kroger groceries.
This is the first time I've seen that mascot.
Hey, you got to get the sponsors in.
Kroger. Yeah,
we got to get the sponsors in there.
Loved it.
Yeah, they had Tennessee represented with Nash and with T-Rack and Pouncer.
Rocky.
I thought Rocky was there. Yeah, Rocky the Redbird was there. And then you had Harry the Hawk, and you had Crunch from Minnesota, and the Kroger groceries.
I liked the plushie.
The squishy?
Yeah, the squishy. I'm sorry.
You have one. You have one with you. Mine's at home.
Yeah,
I took mine home.
It's my emotional support squishy.
Your emotional support squishy?
Yeah. What's up?
How many times did you talk to it tonight?
He said it's going to be okay. Hang in there.
Talking to your squishy all night?
That's when things have taken a turn.
901-445-0929. Let's hit a break here. When we get back, I think we have some locker room audio from Ty Jerome talking about his first game back and dealing with that calf strain injury. It is a double post. John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle. We'll be back after this.
WMFS FM and HD1 Bar. WMFS, Memphis' sports station.
Number one in the 901.
92.9 FM, ESPN, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey Grizz fans, get up and get out with Grivet Outdoors, your Memphis outdoor and run specialty shop. From Viore and Patagonia to On, Hoka, New Balance, and Brooks, we've got the gear to keep you moving on and off the court.
This is John Burgess from Charlie Burgess Rendezvous, here to let you know how much we appreciate partnering with the Memphis Grizzlies each season as the official barbecue of the team. Join us in celebrating their 25th anniversary here in Memphis. When you're in the FedEx Forum, grab some barbecue nachos before taking your seat, or come down to the Rendezvous and join us in the basement to reminisce and make some new memories over a rack of ribs. And remember, we also ship overnight across the nation to enjoy while you're watching an away game. Visit hogsfly.com and go Grizzlies.
In 72 months, you'll eat 2,000 lunches and face down 313 Mondays. But you know what you won't do? Pay interest on your new HVAC system from Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air. That's 6 years of cool summers, cozy winters, and zero interest. Yep, Mitch Wright actually makes comfort affordable. So while you're binge-watching 1,000 shows, Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air keeps your home just right. Visit MitchWrightAir.com today and lock in 72 months of interest-free tomorrows. Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air. You call, we're there.
Take a sip of sunshine with Milagro Tequila, made from 100% blue agave, crafted for bright flavor and finished with exceptional smoothness. Enjoy in our freshest margarita, Paloma Rosada, or over ice with lime. Milagro Tequila is available in silver, reposado, and añejo. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila, where the sun shines, love reigns, and tequila pours. Drink Milagro responsibly. Learn more at www.milagrotequila.com.
A Memphis Zoo membership pays for itself in just a few visits, but the real perk is the freedom to come and go whenever you want. Golden hour walks, spontaneous afternoons, and unforgettable nights at the zoo. Join or renew today and receive 2 free Lantern Festival tickets. Catch the glow before it ends in February. Membership offer ends January 31st at memphiszoo.org. Again, offer ends January 31st at memphiszoo.org.
At Big River Steel, we're not just making steel, we're shaping a smarter, cleaner future. Our innovative mini mill technology produces high-performance steel with the lowest possible environmental impact. Every ton we make is produced to help our customers tackle tomorrow's challenges without compromising today's standards. The future of steel isn't coming, it's already here. Find it at www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Do you have an EMT, advanced EMT, or paramedic license? The Memphis Fire Department wants you. Visit joinmemphisfire.com to apply or to speak to a recruiter today. We'll give you all the details on exciting career options with the Memphis Fire Department. Benefits include up to 8 weeks of vacation and only 10 weeks of Fire Academy training with current EMT or paramedic license. Apply today at joinmemphisfire.com.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Has your hat been working overtime? Hair regrowth treatments through Hims can help. With doctor-trusted prescription ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil, you can see thicker hair in just 3 to 6 months, starting at $26 a month. Get started today at hims.com. Oh, we're back. It's a double post here. Grind City Media on YouTube, Grind City Media on X, 92.9 FM, ESPN. In your car, 901-445-0929. If you want to call in, Grizzlies fall tonight, 131-114. But we did get to see the season debut of Ty Jerome tonight. We did not see Jaren Jackson Jr., though. But Ty Jerome in the season debut, 19 minutes and 30 seconds in action, 20 points and 6 assists, 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Ty Jerome was in the locker room after the game. This is what he said.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, a long wait. Just love to play basketball, man. So it felt great to just get back on the court, have some fun. You know, playing's always fun. Obviously, we didn't win, but to play the game again was a great feeling.
And then right away, you know, first possession for you guys. You're late in the shot clock with Rudy Gobert on you. Defensive player of the year a whole bunch of times, go right to the basket and score. I imagine that's kind of how you wanted to start it off, right?
I mean, yeah, I want to make every shot I shoot. But, I mean, I didn't know, you know, make your first shot, miss your first shot, just keeping my composure and just, you know, playing the amount of time I got. So, you know, every play is a, you know, next play mentality. The fact that, you know, start off game with a make, you know, you feel a little better, nerves calm down after missing 3 months, but make miss, you know, try to remain the same.
Ty Isolo said yesterday that you had gone through probably 2 of the most grueling practices that he's seen a guy come back from rehab to go through. What was that process like, getting yourself back up, ready for tonight's activity?
Yeah, I mean, we got a lot of guys that, you know, like Javon, Jemai, Scotty now coming back, Omax. They do a great job having to play the game, but also, you know, practicing a lot too, and like playing with us getting back. So they did a great job getting me ready, giving me like game looks, real hard defense, and yeah, it was a ramp up for sure. Keep the body right, keep the mind right, and just, you know, excited to get back on the court.
What was this whole process like for you? You know, you came in the preseason, you got off to a really good start, getting acclimated, and then it gets taken from you for 3 months. Just what was this process like, just going through it?
Yeah, I mean, that injury was kind of out of my control. It's a freak injury, a bad misstep. But shout out to Eric Otter, man, our trainer. He was great during my rehab process, really helped me get right. And we're just going to kind of continue on that path, keep the body right, keep the mind right. And, you know, I don't like stop now and I play the game. You know what I mean? Every day is kind of the same mindset. You know, just keep working and, you know, forever.
You know, you got to, Jessica, you're right. It's depressing. It's depressing. It's sad. Like, what it could have been if he had been there, if he had not strained his calf in that final preseason game and he had been there this season. Like, and you started the year with at least, you know, before Edie came back, Ja, Jaren, and Ty having 3 real scorers out there on the floor. And then even when you got Edie back, then you lose Ja, but you still got 3 of those guys out there. You know, it's been the last couple of years, the last 3 years, been a lot of what ifs. But it's good to see him back out there. And man, you could see he was so excited to be out there that when he first was in that game. Like, he was playing, bouncy. He playing so hard. Like, he's like freaking trying to guard Anthony Edwards, like out at half court. Like, he was just so happy to be playing. I did write down one more thing that I recognized, that I realized, remembered about the game when I saw Ty Jerome, who his locker is next to, and that's Javon Small. Brevin Knight calls him Javon Big. When he tried to dunk on Rudy.
One of mine.
That's one of your 2 things.
God, that would have been incredible. I wanted that for him so bad.
Oh, man, I did. And then Gobert gave him the Mutombo finger wag. bag. I was like, come on.
No, that was one of my two things on my list.
Okay.
Appreciated Javon trying to dunk on Gobert. And Cedric Coward had a nice block on Rudy Gobert.
He did have a nice
I
block.
liked that.
He did. Cedric Coward did have a very nice block on Rudy Gobert. Tough shooting night for Ced, but yes, that was one of his 2 blocks on the night.
Ced is kind of struggling right now.
Yeah, he is.
I wonder if
the rookie wall setting in. Can we get to the All-Star break? But he's got to participate in the All-Star break. He's doing the Rising Stars game. Him, Cam Spencer, and Jalen Wells. Congrats to all 3 of them.
I want to say, did you ask Elliot about it? Yeah, that's what I thought. And I thought the way he talked. I mean, those. Like, Cedric Coward didn't even play a lot in college, right?
No, played 6
and
games
now you're
in
playing
college.
every other day. I mean, this is the most games he's ever played in his life, probably. So hopefully he's able to snap out of it soon.
Yeah.
The mental nature of, and it happens for every rookie, you go from being on a lot of really good teams your whole life, because you're on them, and you're an NBA prospect, and then you go in the NBA, and you're on your first ever 6-game losing streak of your career.
Yeah.
And you have to, Elliot had great stuff to say in regards to, you just have to learn quickly that you cannot get too down over a 6-game losing streak, just like you cannot get too high on the mountain when you're on a 6-game winning streak.
Yeah.
And it's the mental kind of reps that are good for Cedric Coward right now, even though it doesn't feel very good for anybody at this moment.
No, but it is. And he's the kind of guy, like you hear some of his, I asked Mike Wallace about this last night during the radio pregame, and he said, it's one of the more recent times that I have been impressed. He said after that Hornets game by the reaction of, he goes, the young players, what Cam Spencer and Cedric Coward had to say specifically.
Shout out Grady in the chat, because he just mentioned Ced and stress reaction. And I said, what? I just went and looked it up.
Yes.
And Chris Harrington has a tweet where he was talking about Cedric Coward's workload after missing most of last season in college. And Coach Isolo noted Coward had managed a stress reaction earlier this season. And as Chris Harrington points out, I'm pretty sure that's the first time we've heard
That's the first time we heard of it. It was heel soreness.
Right.
Yeah. It was, but he battled through a stress reaction. Somebody else, Nick, in the chat, wanting to know at halftime, Simon says some of the were any of the GCM talent, any of the Masters update mascots, because they were out there tonight. Bee, Frog, and Dog were all out there. Those are typically the Masters during the Masters updates. Masters are coming up in April, by the way.
There was like a weird cat. There was like that weird cat thing too.
Well, yeah, like the Simon was like, I don't know what you are, whatever you are, to like the cat thing. But no, as far as I know, none of the GCM talent were the. It was a frog and it was a dog and it was a bee. Yeah, what are you talking about, people? It was a frog, it was a dog, and it was a bee. All right, let's take another break, and we'll let Jessica get out of here.
Mike Conley had 2 blocks.
Bennett, we're going to talk about Kansas BYU, because it could be important. It could be important.
That's where we are. Okay.
I think we're there.
Sounds good.
Do you want to talk more about this game? We get to play the same. We get to play the same. We're playing the same team on Monday again.
I'm down to talk.
If you want me to get some jokes off, I'll get some jokes off.
No, let's do it.
What are you talking about? Ryan Saunders? 33-10? No, that's not what you want to talk about from Kansas BYU?
I don't think that's what we're going to talk
Ryan
about from
Saunders
Kansas
wasn't
BYU.
the player you were looking out for?
Their coach, Kevin, what's their coach's name? Kevin Young. He said he was the best player on the court today.
It's not even. It's Richie Saunders.
Richie Saunders. You got his name. Oh my God. Ryan Saunders is he's the Grizzlies' lead assistant.
Okay, give me credit.
That's the late great Flip Saunders' son. All right, Jessica, go home and rest. We'll see you Monday.
Okay.
Bennett and I will take it from here. Double post. We'll be back after this. We'll talk about Kansas and BYU and maybe Monday's game between the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves. That's next.
Keep your home comfy year-round with Landmark Heating & Air's membership program. For one low price, you get 2 annual tune-ups to keep your system running smoothly, priority service when you need it most, and exclusive discounts on repairs and more. Say goodbye to unexpected breakdowns and hello to peace of mind. Call Landmark Heating & Air today at 365-4260 or visit landmarkheatingandair.com to join. Your comfort's our priority. Landmark Heating & Air, the comfort company you've trusted for 55 years.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account by February 28th with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit. And you could get 2 tickets to 3 Grizzlies games. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Your internet shouldn't drop out during the game or buffer during replays. That's why Ting Fiber Internet is here in Memphis. Fast breaks need internet that's 2 gig fast. No contracts, no hidden fees. Ting is internet without a fourth quarter heartbreak. So if you do yell at the TV, it won't be your internet's fault. Get started at ting.com/Memphis. That's ting.com/Memphis.
This holiday season is short. Make every moment magical with a trip to Sissy's Log Cabin. Here, you'll take all your festive looks to the next level and find gifts to wow every one of your family and friends. Discover our unmatched quality, brilliant natural diamonds, and spectacular service when you shop in store or online at sissyslogcabin.com. Make this the most wonderful time of the year with a trip to Sissy's Log Cabin, because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
It's flu and COVID season. Boost your immune system at the Shot Nurse with the Tri-Immune Booster, packed with vitamin C and zinc. Give your body a head start at fighting off illness. Protect yourself and loved ones. With 2 locations to serve you, it's fast, convenient, and the flu shot is free with most insurances. I get my vaccines from the Shot Nurse.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience, because nothing compares to catching your Memphis Grizzlies in person. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. From seeing your favorite Memphis Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Grizzlies. See you courtside, Memphis.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
3 iconic forces, 1 unforgettable experience. New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The Black Promoters Collective presents New Edition Way Tour, starring New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The New Edition Way Tour, March 19th at FedEx Forum. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
And welcome back to the Double Post. Grind City Media on YouTube, Grind City Media on X, 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio. John Roser and Bennett Doyle. Been talking about a Grizzlies loss to the Timberwolves, 131-114. Grizzlies and Wolves, again, are going to play on Monday night here at FedEx Forum, but a little early tip-off. It's on Peacock at 6:30 is the tip-off of that game. Probably more like 6:42 because nobody starts games on time. Yeah, I'm still not letting go of that one. Don't think I have. I led that train for years. Start games on time. Still don't do it. I'm still on that train. I still got my conductor's hat, and I'm leading the charge. One day, we will start games on time in the NBA. But I think kind of the biggest thing that we need to talk about is Kansas and BYU, which we don't have to spend a ton of time on this, but let's just be real. These guys might be the number 1 and number 2 picks in the NBA draft. Darren Peterson and AJ DeBansta. And Kansas wins the game 90-82, but Darren Peterson basically just kind of checks himself out of the game in the second half and never returns and only ends up playing 20 minutes. Now, in those 20 minutes,
he was amazing.
Yeah. He scored 18 points on 6 of 8 from the field, 3 of 5 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line, had 3 rebounds and also 3 steals. AJ DeBansta Devanza had 17 points on 6 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Richie Saunders, the star of the day for BYU, though, 33 points on 11 of 19, 6 of 14 from 3. But Darren Peterson, look, you sit with Gary Parrish every day, or at least you see him every day through a screen because he's on Zoom.
Back in studio this week.
All right, so I look at Darren Peterson and I go, that guy's the best player in the draft. There's nobody better than that. But there is other things which you hear about from Gary. So,
I mean, I don't know. I think AJ Devanza is awesome too. I mean, I think it's going to work itself out. I think you'd be thrilled to be able to draft either of those guys. I think there's a good chance they're going to go 1 and 2. But the thing about the injury stuff with Peterson is I think that stuff's just going to all work itself out. Like, he's going to be drafted based on what teams get in his pre-draft process, right?
You'll get medicals, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it could be one of those things. His dad, I guess, is heavily involved. Like, they may be one of those, we will decide who gets his medicals. You know,
interesting.
Wouldn't be the first time we see
it. Would not be the first time.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I think that teams will for sure have to do their due diligence on that because that's obviously a concern that he's been so in and out of the lineup at Kansas. But to your point, like when he plays, the guy is really awesome and is probably the best point guard in this draft. So we'll see, man. A lot to obviously play out before then. We got trade deadline coming up.
We do have the trade deadline. I want to wait till Monday to do the deadline because that's our last one before. That's our last double post before the deadline. So I kind of want to wait it because we can do predictions and things like that. We'll do our predictions on what happens for multiple teams, not just our team. We'll go through it and see what everybody thinks. But I wanted to wait till Monday to do that because that's our last one before. I don't want to get kind of ahead of things. And who knows? Maybe something happens between now and Monday. With you never know. We did just have a trade tonight where DeAndre Hunter's going to Sacramento for Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder now going to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Shed some tax money for the Cavs and they add backcourt depth. Keon Ellis. It never really worked in Sacramento, but the guy is with Doug Christie there. It's never really worked with Keon Ellis, but he definitely shown a ton of promise. Can shoot the ball, could be a good on-the-ball defender, really pressure the ball. So it's a good get for the Cavaliers for sure. So we'll get more into the deadline on Monday. Anything else you want to say about this game tonight?
Man, it's hopefully we get a couple guys back on Monday.
Maybe
hopefully,
get Jaren back.
Hopefully Jaren's back. Hopefully Santi's back, and it can be a more competitive effort. Because I didn't think that the Pelicans game last night. I was like, man, like there was moments that I was just like, come on. Like tonight, I did not think that there was any lack of effort. I just think that they were going up against a great team that's at the peak of their powers, and we just didn't have the guys to be able to. We
don't have
with a team at that level.
We didn't have the horses.
Yeah.
We didn't have the horses.
Yeah, but I thought they played hard, and so hopefully they get some guys back Monday, and we can get a win
for sure, no doubt. Would love to see Jaren out there on a Monday. That will do it for us. Thank you to Eric Hasseltine and Elliot Perry on the radio call. Our studio engineer is West Warwick. Our Grizzlies Vice President of Broadcast and Production is John Pugliese. Director of Broadcasting is Scott Zachary. Odyssey is the parent company of the flagship home of the Memphis Grizzlies, 92.9 FM ESPN. Their brand manager is Brad Carson. Their general manager is Nicole Hartman. Our technical director handling all of the video stuff, the highlights you see, the locker room audio that we play, locker room audio and video you play, that comes from Jalen Wallace. Our next radio broadcast will be Monday night when the Grizzlies take on this same Minnesota Timberwolves team. Tip-off scheduled for 6:30, so Jessica Benson on the airways for the radio pregame beginning at 6 o'clock. Lang Whitaker's warm-up show will start at 5:30 at Grind City Media on YouTube and Grind City Media on X. And the double post will be about 30 minutes following the conclusion of Monday night's game between the Grizzlies and the Timberwolves. For Jessica Benson, for Bennett Doyle, I am John Roser. Good night, everybody. Peace.